Hello, Satnam, it's me, Shakti Sundari, and I'm back with you today for the next reading from the Radiance Sutras. As you can see, I have some beautiful artwork behind me. I'm sitting today in the art room of Brymore Academy, where I'm staying for the One World Festival, and it's a really beautiful creative space to be in. I was in here yesterday making some art, and luckily it's free and quiet right now, so I can sit here to speak with you. So, gosh, today has been another truly soft, gentle, tender, heart-centered day. I seem to be bringing this quality of open-heartedness into the workshops that I'm offering here, and it's very beautiful what that is creating in the space that I'm holding. Today I led a workshop called The Gift, which is all about finding the gift in the dark moments, in the difficult times. And there were so many stories there that touched me so much that my heart just opened more, and I felt so blessed to hear people's stories of triumph, of pain, of difficulty, of sadness, and discovering the gift in that, and just really recognizing how each one of us is the same, really. Each of us has such a tender heart, and each of us is so innocent at our core, in our essence. And it's very beautiful to be in a space of shared vulnerability with other souls who dare to be courageous and show themselves. So it was an honor to hold the space for that. So I'm still feeling that gentleness, that tenderness, and that openness, which is very lovely. And I'm going to bring that to my reading today, which is of Yukti verse 68 from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So I'm going to put my glasses on. Yesterday's sutra was about sound, and this one, in a way, is about sound, but it's about so much more than that. So here's the Sanskrit. Vanasya sarvi sargasya visarga antam chittim kuru niradarena chittena sprishet brahma sanatanam. Such a deliciousness to these sounds. I love them so much. Again, Varanasya savi sargasya visarga antam chittim kuru niradarena chittena sprishet brahma sanatanam. And then here is Lauren Roche's translation. Listen to the inner sound, the one that you rode outward into this life, into this manifestation of yourself. Savor the sound of ha, softly continuing, resonating through all the nerves of your body, permeating, expanding everywhere. Know this as the sound of ongoing creation. You know, the first thing that strikes me there, well, actually there's two things. There's one thing, which is that as I say that sound and I read about expansion of creation, I'm sitting in an art room with this picture behind me of a peacock's feathers fanning out like all of creation. So it's the perfect backdrop, which I hadn't even thought about. But there's that image behind me, which is expressing what I'm talking about, the ongoing sound of creation. And then what also comes to mind is that in my workshop today, there was one person, a man, who spoke of actually the death of his wife just 4 weeks ago, and how deeply he grieved her and missed her, and how profound their love was and their union, which lasted for 50 years. And of course, that's profoundly sad and profoundly moving to hear and to feel. And at the same time, when I read that verse, which is about the moment of being born and about the sound current of coming into existence, it made me think of this man's wife and her death, and the sound that we also make when we draw our last breath and we expire. There is a similar sound that leaves the body at that time of transition. And in a way, this realization of life, birth, and death as being part of the great cycle of creation, of the great cycle of life of which we are a part. And this cycle of creation is something that we affirm in the mantra Sa, Ta, Na, Ma that we use in Kundalini Yoga. So let's come back to the verse. And someone's just come into the room. I'm just doing a live broadcast. Okay, I'll be done in about 5 minutes. Listen to the inner sound, the one that you rode outward into this life, into this manifestation of yourself. Now, even that as a meditation could take us to a very deep place if we just sat and meditated upon that inner sound, to find it, to go within and discover what is that inner sound. We could be there for a long time. It would take us to a deep place. The one that you rode outward into this life, into this manifestation of yourself. And again, just touching upon my realization this morning as I held space for a group of hearts and a group of souls is that we are all one. And this manifestation of yourself is a manifestation of the divine. There is this one self in this one lifetime, in this one body, this one manifestation, but it's a manifestation of the larger one, which is everything, which is all. And we are part of the all. And in life and death and the recognition of that, we can remember that. And this, in the same way, this meditation upon that sound would take us to that realization, perhaps. Savor the sound of ha, softly continuing, resonating through all the nerves of your body. So it's a sound, but it's a silent sound. And if you actually make that sound out loud, just practice it. Notice how it feels in your body. Notice where it resonates. Notice where it vibrates. So say it out loud a few times just to feel it. Just to feel it in your nervous system. Just to feel it permeate your body. Expanding everywhere. So this sound, expanding everywhere. And it's a silent sound, ultimately. Another paradox. Know this as the sound of ongoing creation. So another meditation that takes us from the finite to the infinite, from the small one to the all is one, from sound to silence, to the recognition of connection with all of creation in the cycle of life. That's it. I kind of don't want to leave because I can see that some of you are there with me now, and it's really beautiful to have your presence. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. Looking forward to it already. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow with the next sutra from the Radiance Sutras. Satnam, everybody, and much love.